What's this building?
That's the museum bit. It's never open.
No. Imperial headquarters.
with grandkids.
Probably, isn't it?